me start. Okay. Yeah, I go live every day. I don't want to. The thing is, summer's coming up, so I might be able to create a certain time. But the reason why I don't say, "Oh, I go live every day at 3" is because I could have a client call at 3 that day, and you know what I mean. So I don't have a specific time for lives. Oh, I'm echoing. Am I still echoing? Am I still echoing? Yes. Okay. If it's echoing, leave and rejoin. That's probably why. Yes, it can happen in 3 days. Where my scamming ass niggas at? Oh, we're running back. How would it happen in 3 days? If you don't have the assumption that things can happen in 3 days, then how could they happen in 3 days? If you don't have the assumption that manifestations can happen in a day, in seconds, in minutes, I feel like a lot of you guys just assume that they just take long when they don't. How do I ignore the 3D about having my dream body? It's not about ignoring the 3D about you not having your dream body. It's about acknowledging that you don't have it in the 3D. Okay, cute. But what story are you telling yourself right now? What's true for you right now? What is your truth? Since your source, what are you going to decide? What do you want? So one thing I realized from your teachings is that feelings I want don't exist outside of me. The feeling I will do have to. What do you mean? The feelings I want didn't. Oh yes. The feelings that you want don't exist outside of yourself. If you want a certain, like for example, you can give yourself any feeling right now, right? Like, but I don't really go into feelings because like when I go into feelings, people start saying, "Okay, well I felt sad today. Does that mean I don't have my manifestation?" No, that's not what I meant. Do I have to affirm for action? No, you guys are already together, so of course he's in love with you. Difference between manifesting and shifting, there's no difference. Should I affirm for amount of time or what and for how much? We don't do that over here. We don't set times. We don't set the amount of times we affirm. We don't. Look, here's the thing. Once you say that you have something, you have something. That's the truth. That's it. You're not going, it's not, okay, I have it now, but I have to affirm to get it. No. Okay, I have it now, but I have to affirm to keep it. No. Okay, I have it now, but I have to keep affirming so I can actually have it. No. You have it now because you said you have it. That's it. There is no more to do. No, it's not about your brain making that thing a dominant thought. Once you say that you have it, it's true. That's done. It's it. Like I feel like you guys are so used to people saying, "Okay, you have to have dominant thoughts and the subconscious and the blah blah blah." No, once you say that you have something, you have it. It's about sticking to that decision afterwards. You don't need to think about it all the time. You don't need to force yourself to affirm all the time. Are you gonna think? Are you gonna think about it? Are you gonna think positive in your? Are you gonna naturally think thoughts as if you had that thing? Yes, it's going to come naturally. Naturally, hear what I said. Naturally, the only thing that is needed to do to manifest is making a decision and sticking to that decision, no matter what you see outside of yourself. That's it. That's it. Yes, he's yours. Yes, you can successfully manifest overnight. Can you talk about when even manifestation became? I don't rewrite that. Just say you have it, stick to that idea in the 3D way, right? It's literally, basically. About I just blocked, he pissed me off, but after I blocked him, I said, "You're still mine." Exactly, because he's still yours. What if sometimes I catch myself being in a state of knowing he's not here yet? Oh well. Oh well. You still have him though, because you said that you have him. I saw him at the party. How do I manifest him to ask for my Snap? You guys are already texting on Snap. So he already asked you. No, I just started a live. How can I manifest my celeb crush? He's yours right now. What if I don't know if I want him anymore? Think about. I feel like, in my opinion, this is just regular advice. If you have to think if you want someone, you don't want them. You want the feeling and the idea of them. Is it possible to manifest that? I don't want to say the idea of them. I would say more of the feeling. Is it possible to manifest that my SP has grown ever dated in the past, even though they did? Yes. How to manifest for the time crunch? You have it right now. I saw them at a party. How do I manifest him to ask for my step? He already asked for your step. Can I manifest the complete opposite of my character and how? What is the complete? What are you trying to? Basically, yes, you can, but what do you mean the complete opposite of your character? Because anything's possible. Can asking tarot cards about your manifestation delay your manifestation? Nothing can delay your manifestation if you say so. What's your MBTI? I don't know what that is. Went and saw him on when he yelled me and told me to move on. Okay, well, why did you do that? It in the nicest way, like, but that's okay. That's an old story. Doesn't have anything to do with what's happening right now. He's in love with you. You guys are together. So do we just decide that our SPs are yours? You can also decide to manifest overnight. Yes, if you don't, here's the thing. The people who ask, okay, how did you manifest overnight? How did you manifest this fast? If you aren't even able to put your awareness that that is possible, how can you do it? Because if reality is just you and a reflection of you, it's also reflecting what you think is possible. If you don't think that you can manifest overnight, you can't. You can't. How do I just decide? Just decide. You have it right now. Think about it like this. If you want to, I'm going to show you how to manifest anything. So listen, I'm going to show you how to manifest anything. Okay, SP. Boom. I want my SP. Okay. I see Kyle. He looks cute. I see us being together. Boom. I want that. Okay. Boom. Kyle's mine. I'm the version of myself that would naturally have Kyle. I just made a decision. That's what's true right now. That's what's true. That's a fact. Now I'm going to filter everything through that lens. What I mean by that is I'm just not going to accept anything else but that. So if I see something that doesn't align, oh well, he's still mine. Are SPs you? SPs you are you in a sense of they're just reflecting who you are. They're just reflecting who you're being always. Everybody has. Everybody in your life has always been doing this. This is very natural. You have to be fulfilled in the state at all times. You're always fulfilled. Your normal neutral state is fulfillment. What do I do if I want to meet my SP, for example? Tomorrow he's not giving an exact answer. Well, you already saw him, so why are you so focused on what he's doing right now? You guys are already together tomorrow. Sean, I'm trying to be disciplined and consistent, but the 3D is demotivating. It's because you're trying to ignore who you used to be. Why are you ignoring yourself? That's who you used to be. Okay. But you still know that you have what you want right now, and it has to reflect no matter what. A lot of you guys try to force yourself to Yes, the Zoom call is not relevant. I just realized that the fucking stupid. This is why, I maybe I need to stop saying this because that's just a story. But Stan Store will like send confirmation emails that I don't tell them to send, and it will send that like, okay, make sure you join the meeting time by blah blah blah. Bitch, what the fuck do they need a meeting for if I'm just manifesting for them? What the fuck are we gonna? Like, that's stupid. But anyways. Time is such a huge blockage for me. I feel impatient. It's not what stop. Why are you claiming that to be a blockage? Why are you claiming to be impatient? What do you think about robotic affirmations? They just keep you in a state just like any other method. It just keeps you in a state. It's not necessary. What does it mean to just decide that a desire is mine if there are some negative thoughts? Negative thoughts don't even matter. So once you decide that you have something, that's it. You do have it. The thoughts afterwards literally mean absolutely nothing. They have no power. If they're blocked, they can still come to you. What do you think about robotic affirmations? Just keep in the state. Right now, contact, he checks in with logistical bullshit, but nothing emotional yet. It's been a month. Oh, you guys are together and he loves you so much and you guys, it's exactly how you want it to be. That's a story. What you just said right now is a story. You don't want that to happen anymore. That's why it keeps happening. You're seeing truth in that. And him coming back with logistical bullshit. Can you talk about when manifestation became heavy on you because of the 3D? Like, we're still human. When I feel that way, I don't ignore it. I let myself feel that way. I let myself feel those feelings. I let those feelings pass through me. That's the whole point of feelings. You were supposed to feel them, but it's not about knowing that they're you. Those feelings don't determine anything. SP doesn't know us in the 3D. What thoughts do they get during thought transmission? They think of you. If you say they think of you, they do think of you. How do you know they don't know you? How do you know they just know you, but they haven't spoke to you yet? Isn't a story the same thing as a formula? How do you change your identity without doing it? Okay, so a story is not the same thing as affirming. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Boom. Today, I wake up, my charger broke. The next day, I woke up and my car broke down. The next day, my mom kicked me out the house. Okay, cool. Love that. Now I'm telling myself, oh my gosh, nothing works out for me. Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, nothing works out for me. That's a story. That's a story. Now I'm going to continue to see things, to experience things that align with nothing working out for me. Now I'm going to give you a positive story. Oh yeah, he just bought me flowers. My man bought me flowers today. The next day, he takes me he takes me out on a date. The next day, he eats me so good, my toes bend backwards. I don't know. Boom. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, my man just loves me. Like everything's just so perfect. That's a story. That's a story. But here's the thing. This is what you guys are doing. Okay, I have my SP. Next day comes, he ignores you. He doesn't speak to you for the whole day. Oh my gosh, he's always ignoring me. Oh my gosh, he just never speaks to me. Next day comes up. Next day comes. Oh my gosh, like he's just still ignoring me. Blah blah blah. You see how you're keeping that story? Boom, you're manifesting your SP, and you're like, but I've been doing this for a month. Nothing ever works. Next day comes, nothing happens. You do it for another month, and nothing happens. That's the story of nothing working, nothing happening. That's just a story. Affirming is, I love him. He's mine. We're together. Da da da. I just affirmed. What if you manifest something in the deadline and it doesn't work? How do you deal with it? I say it's still gonna work out for me. You know, it always does. How can I manifest fast? Say that you manifest fast. What about third parties? If you have them, why would a third party exist? How do you do thought transmission? Is just everybody too pushed out. That's just it. Whatever you think they're thinking, if you assume so. My crush, whom I've already spoken to, slash no, called me by my name yesterday, and you guys are already together. You don't have to believe you don't. No, you don't have to believe anything. You don't have to saturate your mind. You don't have to do repetition. You don't have to believe the thoughts that you. It's about making a decision and sticking to that decision. It's not about forcing yourself to believe or forcing yourself with repetition or forcing all these things down your throat. It's about making that decision. Okay, I have it. That's what's true. The 3D has to reflect this to me because I have it internally. And the law of assumption is force. It's always proving me right. The law is literally always proving me right. This is what you guys are doing. Okay, I want to manifest this thing. I have to do this, and that, and this, and that, and that, and that in order to manifest this thing. See how you just made it longer than what it was supposed to be? When you could just say, fuck all that, and just say, okay, I have it right now. That's it. That's literally it. But instead, you're like, okay, I have to robotically affirm. Then I have to saturate my mind. Then I have to force myself to believe it. Then I have to feel it real. Then I have to act out on it every once in a while. But then I have to make sure it stays in my head as a dominant thought because my dominant thoughts manifest. But then I have to rewire my subconscious with subliminals. But then, you see how hard you just made it? Hi, I want to manifest weight loss on 3 weeks. What I should do? You already lost all the weight that you wanted to lose. I've decided on so many things to change my life, and it's been the weeks I haven't wavered until now. You've been trying to manifest for 3 weeks. You've just been deciding on things for 3 weeks. How you've been having it? You see how it's like a little bit different? How you're like, okay, yeah, I've just decided for 3 weeks. Okay, yeah, I've been manifesting this for 3 weeks. Okay, I've been affirming for 3 weeks. Okay, but do you have it now though? Like, what do you have right now though? Those 3 weeks don't matter. What I'm pretty sure you've been doing, you've been looking at those 3 weeks as true. So you're going to continue to experience it taking a long time. How do you actually create a new self concept? Okay, what are you right now? Not loved, not chosen, not prioritized. Now you're loved and chosen and prioritized. See how I just changed? That's it. I just changed my self concept. You have your dream face. Decide that. What about looking like somebody else? You look like somebody else. Say you look like whatever. Say you look like exactly who you want to look like. I don't know. What's your take or advice on wavering? Doesn't exist. Why? Let me tell y'all why wavering does not fucking exist. It doesn't. It doesn't fucking exist, y'all. Look, if the past is already a dead moment and doesn't exist, if you wavered yesterday, how in the world is that going to affect what goes on today? Now, wavering is different than making a negative decision and sticking to that negative decision. That's different. Wavering is like, okay, I've been in the state for 2 days. Let's say today I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what? I don't have it. Oh my gosh, nothing's working. But then I instantly remind myself, you know what? I have it. It's cool. It's fine. I'm not about to freak out because I had that negative thought for a fucking minute, or I don't care if you had that recurring thought for 2 hours. Oh fucking well. What do you have right now? The thoughts also don't even fucking matter, so they don't matter. It's not about your thoughts. It's not. I know that's what you guys have heard. Your thoughts create your reality, but no. Your thought that you make a decision creates your reality. And that sounds a lot more complicated, but if anything, it's a lot easier. Instead of you trying to control every single thought you get throughout the day, which is fucking useless and pointless. Why are you doing that? Let it go. Let yourself go. It's about making that decision, knowing that it has to happen, and living your life. And taking away all the work and effort that you're trying to put in. Why are you working to have something if you already have it? Why are you trying to get something if you already have it? How do you manifest behavior change for SP? They act exactly how I want them to act. That's it. Does checking the 3D matter? No. The 3D is just you. Why can't you check it? Why can't you look at it? I manifested multiple things while checking the 3D. I live in the 3D. How do you not check what you live in? I feel like checking the 3D is different from, okay, let me go see if my manifestation came in by pulling up to his house. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Also, what if I'm getting ready for a meeting for the meeting and my friend canceled it? Do I keep getting ready? Oh well, you guys still met y'all. You guys still went out. You guys still went for the meeting. I still think I'm in a relationship and all the ignoring the 3D is triggering me, and yet my story is perfect. Why are you? No, we don't ignore the 3D over here. We don't ignore who we are. We don't ignore who we used to be. We just know what's true, so that's what's going to manifest. Is it better to say their name? It does. You don't have to say their name. You don't have to be specific. You don't have to. It's not about the words you say. It's about the meaning behind it. Hi. How do I manifest this person adding me, even if I don't? If I feel like they won't, it doesn't. I don't care how you feel. It doesn't matter how you feel. Should I respond to my ex who I'm trying to manifest back saying, hope you're okay? However you want to. It doesn't matter what you do and act and say in the 3D. Hi, Nadine. I'm having a great day, babe. What if I went a full head to toe appearance change and small facial changes as well? That's possible because if you could think of having it, you can have it. Like if you could think of it being possible, you can have it. I have literally watched you grow your platform from 3K views. Now I'm trying to do the same. Basically, I suggest what I did. I told myself that I am a viral content creator. That's just one. Duh. I told myself that everybody loves my videos. Everybody loves what I say. Everybody's addicted to my videos. People are addicted to my lives. People are addicted to what I have to say. People like, my videos always hit the For You page. Like, I would kind of just rampage on it. But really, I feel like it's just about the identity of who I was being in that moment when I was manifesting my page. I was someone who was viral. I was someone who I identified as having 10,000 followers. I identified as things like, you see where I'm going with that? OCD does not matter. OCD does not matter. I've coached multiple people with OCD. Multiple. However long you assume it takes. I decided the same last week. Now I'm getting 100 followers a day. No shade. I was like I remember when I was like watching me gain 1,000 followers a week. It was like fucking terrifying. I was like, what the fuck? Like, wow. And anybody that has OCD, stop identifying with having OCD. You don't have to live with that. Do you tell yourself every day what you decide? I don't. Why would I need to do that? The reason why I don't need to do that is because if I already have it, why am I like waking up and like, okay, yeah, I decided that I have my boyfriend, so I have my boyfriend. No. Do I wake up and remind myself that my name is Sean? Do I wake up and remind myself that I'm black? No, I just know these things are true. Really? I do not remember it being that fast. Was it really that fast? You think affirming for multiple things is saying I have everything on my list is good to manifest? Yes, that's what I've done before. It was that fast? Because people kept saying I was growing fast, but maybe it's because I was just looking at my followers every day. I wasn't fast for me, but looking back, it probably was that damn fast. And now I'm definitely gonna be. I definitely can see myself at 20K. Like maybe around like June 10th, I'm gonna be at 20K. Identity is who you choose to be. It's not about thinking like that person. Identity is like who you decide to be in the now moment, right? So let's say right now I decide that I'm rich. I have now changed my identity from being whatever I was before to rich. Now I'm rich, right? That's just who I am. I'm going to experience things that align with that identity. Yes, I doubt sometimes, but it's not more of me doubting that it's gonna happen. But like, it's very rare where I'll doubt, like, oh my gosh, is this even possible? But then I instantly like, no, like, oh wait, girl, it has to happen. You know how many things I manifested that have happened that fast? When's your next sale? Oh wait, I did say I was gonna do an end of the month sale, but it will probably be like 40% off on everything. So what is today? Say Friday. If I do a sale, and I don't know yet, y'all. This is just me brainstorming. If I do a sale today, it will end next Monday. No, it will probably end Sunday. I'll probably end it Sunday at 12 a.m. Sunday if I do a sale today. The 22nd. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a 40% off sale and everything. But anyways, can you act how you would manifest an SP money illness away? Okay, boom. SP, I have them. They're mine. We're together. Boom. Stick to that. If I feel like rampaging, oh my gosh, yeah, we're so good together. You know, like he just loves me so much. Da 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 da. Da. You know, stay in that state. Boom. Money. $10,000. Oh yeah, I have $10,000. Yeah, I like making $10,000, which is so easy. Money flows to me so easily. I always have more than enough money. Things like that. Illness. Nope, I'm not sick. I'm healthy. Okay, I can acknowledge that I'm going through this illness right now, but I know this is not my end. I'm healthy. I'm a healthy person, so this illness has to go away. I'm not even sick right now. How do I manifest my dream body if it triggers me? It's not about because you're trying to ignore it. You're trying to ignore how you look at this very moment. So do you do something to be date specific, June 10th, as you said? I feel like I attach a date now because I'm comfortable with how I manifest. I've manifested multiple things with attaching a date. But notice how I don't tell you guys to attach a date all the time because I don't need you guys getting focused on time. I can attach a date and still know that time doesn't exist and still not be focused on time. You guys will attach a date and every day you'll wake up and be like, okay, I can't wait for it to happen on this date instead of being aware that it's already happening. Do you agree with Sammy Ingram's takes? I don't know her current takes. I don't know what she talks about now. But if you're talking about her past, not necessarily. Yes and no. I feel like the only thing I probably agree with her with, like back in the day, was she doesn't force herself to believe that it's here. Right? Because there's no need. Why are you forcing yourself to believe it? Here's the thing. The belief comes usually after you manifest it. Now, I'm gonna be real. Now, I definitely believe some of the things that I manifest before I manifest it. Why? Because I have experience and I know how reality works now. Do you affirm after you wake and go to sleep? No. Cause when I be going to sleep, I'll be on the phone with a nigga, so I be talking. I be going to sleep a lot, talk, no shade. But even if I don't do that, no, not really. Robotic affirmation is such a waste of time. My take on that, I feel like it can be, but it also always isn't. In my opinion, it depends on how you're doing it. A lot of people do a robotic affirmations. Okay, let me keep robotic affirming so I can have it faster. And let me keep robotic affirming because if I don't robotic affirm, I'm not gonna have it, and I'm not gonna stay in the state. Da, 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 da. Shut up. If you're doing it from like, oh yeah, I already have it, but I'm just gonna erotic affirm because I just want to think about having it. You know, it just feels good. You know, like if you're doing it from that, that's perfectly fine. This is something Nick did. It's Nick said when she was basically like showing out like all of the manifestation methods and showing how every single which one works. It's not about and showing how it's not about the method. It's about the person and the mindset you're doing that thing from. The most illogical thing I manifested was definitely my back, my scoliosis curve reducing from 60 to damn near 2030 without my back brace. I don't think I include that. I literally did that without a back brace. Difference in identity and living in the end. Living in the end is just knowing something to be true, right? And just knowing that everything has to work out to get there. Identity is who you're being. Like, who are you? How do we change our identity habits instantaneously? You can always change your identity instantly. Like, it's literally always instant. Identity changes and identity shifts are already always instant. It's not okay. I chose that I'm loved. I'll be loved by next week. No, you're loved right now. You're loved right now. It's because a lot of you guys look at identity as like, okay, I'm not this if I don't see proof of me being this outside of myself. That's where you guys fuck up. Stop looking and waiting for proof. It's something to prove you right when you are the proof. If everything's already coming from you. Habits change what identity. I've seen multiple. I have went from I'm still a lazy girl, but I used to be lazy, y'all. Like, I used to be lazy. I'm not as lazy as I used to be because I stopped identifying with being a lazy person. Same thing with social anxiety. I feel like I definitely gained a lot of social skills because I'm not telling myself every day that I have social anxiety. So you just decide I need this man to act how I want, and I need 500K. You have the man, and he's exactly how you want him to act. He's exactly perfect. Boom, stick to that, and you have 500K. Boom, stick to that. That's it. Throughout your day, when a topic comes to mind, what do you think, do? When a topic comes to mind, it's just more of like right now. It's let's say if I randomly start thinking about my SP, I'm like, oh, you already have him, like things like that. But I'm not doing it from a place of like, oh, let me make sure I say I have him. No, it's just that I know I have them. So, you know, but I don't really think or do anything. It's just like, I'm so attached to my SP. That's a story. That's a story. Stop telling yourself that. Stop telling yourself that you're attached to your SP because you're going to continue to experience things being aligned with you being attached with your SP and you not being able to control your thoughts, even though you don't have to control your thoughts anyways because they don't matter. And even though wavering doesn't exist because the past doesn't exist and the only moment that exists is right now, and you're only experiencing the illusion of the effect of wavering because you're taking a past negative moment and bringing that into the present by seeing that past negative, by assuming that that past moment can affect the present. And in reality, the past doesn't ever affect the present naturally. How quick does stuff come in for me? At most a week. At most a week. But I've been experiencing things coming in like fast, like really fast. So I would say like if I had to guess, like let's say if I try to manifest something right now, I would say what happened by the end of tomorrow. What about manifest stuff for the future? That's what I do. Like, I literally have my love life planned out, but it's gonna happen in a very dramatic way. Like, I know who I'm gonna end up with. I just don't want to be with that person right now. What happens if you decide something and literally never crosses your mind? Yeah, it's fine. Share some fast manifestation. Okay, so basically, boom. This might be a little crazy, but basically, it's this girl at her school and like her car got fucked up or whatever. And she was like, she's checking everybody's car to make sure to see who fucked up her car. And the way my car is scratched up right now, it looks like I would have done it. So if she would have looked at my car, she would have reported my car. They would have found out I don't have a parking pass. My cargo would have got towed, and the stuff in there would have got towed and would have been really devastating. So I was like, I was starting to freak out about it, but I was like, you know what? It's perfect. It's fine. Don't worry. Boom. Then today, I mean, no, it wasn't. I think, no, that was yesterday. Though. This all happened yesterday. My bad. And after that, I was like, you know what? I want to go to the store. So I went to my mom's room to get my keys because she had to take my car to get to get my tire fixed. And she was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna be dropping you off to school tomorrow, so you can't take your car. And also today was our last day of school, so that was the last time she was gonna be able to see my car. So that played out like literally fast as shit. What else? What else? What else? Oh, boom. This one SP, right? So I was in the restroom, right? And I was like, I saw the boy who walked into the class before I went to go use the restroom. And I was like, you know what? I want him. I want to see if I can manifest him before school ends. Boom. I got out the restroom and he immediately asked if I wanted to buy some snacks. I was like, well, let me see what you got, just trying to see what's going on and stuff like that. Basically, and then he was just showing me everything. I was like, okay, cute, cute, cute. And then I asked him like, okay, are you going to be here all day? Because I kind of don't want to buy it right now. I'm not hungry. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to give you my number so you can text me. So boom, I was not thinking nothing of it, but I was like gagged. So I was like, damn, that happened fast as fuck. So I got into the other class where I came from, and I had texted him like around B lunch, which was an hour later, and he was like, oh yeah, I already sold out. So from the untrained eye, you're gonna be like, oh well, but see me, bitch, I know game. I know when niggas trying to run game on me. When I vividly remember when I had walked out that restroom and saw that boy with those snacks, he had 5 people around, more than five. He had about like 10 people around him, and he had about 5 snacks in the middle, right? So he already had people trying to buy from him. He was going to sell out immediately, right? But he wanted me to get his number. Y'all see where I'm going with that? And boom, and after that, bitch, it was just there. We started texting more, and yeah, that happened like what this week. So I would say that happened like that was Tuesday. No, that was Wednesday. That was Wednesday. All spells work. How to act. You don't have to act anything to manifest. You were born biologically male. Just decide that. It's like that. You're going to shift to the reality where you would experience being born biologically male. It sounds crazy, but people have literally manifested deaths going away. I'm letting people up by the end of my life. Hold on, what time is it? How long have I been live? 32 minutes. So give me like another 2040. How do I stick to the decision without redeciding? You don't have to. You can redecide if you want. You can stick to it. You can redecide. It's all the same shit. It's just different wording. Don't worry, you're good. Don't you got a man? Girl, multiple. A plethora. Yeah, I can make you a mod, Teresa. Here's the thing, y'all. If I wanted a boyfriend, I would have a boyfriend. I don't want a boyfriend. Summer's coming up. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to manifest the hoest, funnest, the thoughtiest summer ever. I don't want to be locked in all summer. Now, I'm not looking at a boyfriend as like confinement. Like, I know it will be fun. I know we'll be in love and things like that. But I just want to experience people and actually figure out what I want. Because I'm 18. I'm still young. I'm about to go to college. I don't really like right now, I'm like I have a type, but like I still mess with people outside of my type. My type does not mean like I'm not talking about like attractiveness type. I'm talking about type of people I want to be with. It's just that I really don't know what I want to be with right now. Like I don't know I don't know what I want, and I also don't know who I want. So once you realize you can have anybody, things definitely like open up. I don't want that. I don't want to be I don't want to have a life where I'm committed to multiple people, and like I'm actually like in a relationship with multiple people only because like that just feels wrong to me. I've been done wrong too many times in my life, in my past, to the point where like I can't do that to somebody. I can't cheat on someone that I know loves me. I can't do it. I can't. Will I play a nigga I don't give a fuck about? That's different. But what's your type? See, I don't even fucking know. I would definitely say like if we're going to like attraction wise, race for me doesn't matter. White, Mexican, Hispanic, Black, Ethiopian, and I don't care. As long as I find you attractive, I really don't care what you are. Um, I would definitely say I do like I I I tend to go for masculine people a lot of the time, like masculine men. Like I don't know. I would say trade, but like a lot of you guys don't know gay terminology. So masculine man, but I do dip and dabble with feminine man every once in a while. When I mean feminine man, I just mean like a man that acts like me. Like I'll flirt with them if they're attractive. Like let's say like if we this is a scene that I'm manifesting for summer. Like we in the section and like a cute nigga, like we just chilling, like, but I can tell like, we both gay. It like, he flirting with me, I'm flirting with him, like, we like I just want like scenes like that. I'm definitely can't wait to experience the summer. And I really, really can't wait for it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the summer. Oh my god, I can't wait. Um anyways, what would you do if my SP was straight? Anybody that I come across to that I want and I find out they're straight, I'm like, no, we're together. They're gay. I mean, we're together, if they love me so much and they're obsessed with me, why would they be straight? And I don't really feel like that's wrong, in my opinion, because I already feel like Nobody is 100% straight or 100% gay. I feel like sexuality is more of a spectrum, but it's also, you're not really changing their sexuality, in my opinion. I feel like you're just, well, it's not even, I feel like, this is just the truth. You're just choosing the reality where that person was already gay. You're not changing anything or anybody. Can you talk about self concept? It's just changing the negative views about yourself into positive ones. People be manifesting death. You're good. Oh, girl, I know. Do you think it's worth manifesting an ex that cheated or someone knew better? Um, I feel like it depends on you. I would never manifest any of my exes because I feel like I'm in the nicest way possible. I'm better than them. Now, I don't hold such of a grudge towards them anymore because I know they were just reflections of me and I knew who I was being back then. Girl, I was a fucking anxious freak. So, girl, I'm not surprised things went the way they did, but I don't necessarily hold a grudge towards them anymore. But do I want them back? No. If you come to me and you want help manifesting someone who cheated, no judgment. That's fine. Will I personally do that? No. Because I'm just not gonna really give a fuck about you anymore. Are subs highly recommended? They just keep you in the state. Do you think the love honey jar spell works? Any spell works. Honestly, I can say that me whipping this charger around and saying he's in love with me, 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 it's a spell. And that will be a spell. Nyx talks a lot about how anything can literally be a spell. It's just about like what do you want and how much energy. It has to do. See, I'm not that knowledgeable with spells, but I do know that whatever you think is a spell can be a spell. Was there a point when you were tired of manifesting, and when did you get out of that state? I don't get tired of manifesting anymore because I don't look at manifesting as a job, as an action. It's just something I have. Why does Dior Mern only have 2 videos? I don't know. I actually don't know. She doesn't even post on Twitter anymore. I have no idea where she went. I don't know if she has any other social media, so I don't know. Why would you take the accountability for someone cheating on you? Because everybody's just a reflection of you. And I went back on my life and I definitely realized like the assumptions I had. Like I had assumptions that men never choose me. I'm not chosen. That was one I experienced a lot. I experienced men never staying the same. They would come up to me and be attracted to me, want me, and boom, reflect a different thing. You know, reflect that story. And the reason why I don't hold grudges against them is because the fact that I even took them serious means that when they came to me, I was going to start quoting pressure. When she came for me, she couldn't get anything she came for. Okay? Now keep that note. Y'all don't know pressure. Anyways, what was I saying? But like, I just like, okay, so they would come to me, right? They would come to me and they would treat me right. So that's why I even wanted them. That's why I even wanted to be with them. But I had the assumption that niggas never stayed the same. So they would always change and it would result to something bad happening. And then I also would assume a whole bunch of other negative shit. Like, girl, it was a lot. So what about manifesting my first girlfriend? This is my first time manifesting women. Well, you have a girlfriend, so you already manifested your first girlfriend. So, Sean, Dame St. Idris or Michael B. Jordan? Dame St. Idris. What if I just get bored of affirming and don't want my desire after a couple weeks? Okay, you still have it. Then why would it be different with DV? Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. That is not what I'm talking about. And this goes to anybody. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, I do not recommend you to manifest that relationship. I do not know. I've had people come to me and try to help them with manifesting DVOA, and I tell them to get the fuck, and I not get the fuck out my DMs, like get the fuck out that relationship, get the fuck out that situation, and I do not suggest them to manifest that. I do not help them with manifesting it. If anything, I help them with manifesting how to detach from that relationship. I understand that you're asking genuinely. I just want to make that clear because I do not. Yes, I had to make a whole note about it. I don't do the DV. I don't do the DV. I don't care if it's domestic violence. I don't care if it's emotional abuse, physical abuse. I don't know. We don't stick with that. We don't settle for that. We manifest someone better. We don't do that over here. You manifested a side piece. Oh, period. I was like, did you manifest somebody's side piece to look like Roger? I read that so wrong. Yes, he was physically aggressive toward me. No, leave. No, we don't do that. We don't do that, Christian. We don't do that. Physically, mentally, emotionally, we do not do. No, no, we don't settle for that. Yes, technically, you can manifest a different version of them. Will I encourage you to do something like that? No, because bitch, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. That also goes for if you're trying to the amount of people that ask me if they can manifest a different race. No, no, I'm not going to help you with that. I'm not going to help you with that. I'm not going to help you with that. Anybody that comes to me and says they want to manifest somebody DYINGing because they don't like them and they have no reason. No, I will not help you with that. I have a line that if you cross it, I'm not helping you. I manifested my SP in under a day after I locked in. Oh my gosh, period, babe. How do I pin you? I already have a Discord server. It's in my what's to call it? My stand store. Yes, they have asked for different races. You will be I've heard different races, ethnicities, nationalities. Another one. Here's another one. And I feel very strongly about this. Very strongly. If you are coming to me and you want to manifest away your ethnic features, I will tell you no. It's a difference between altering your ethnic features to the point where they're still ethnic and you still look your race. But if you are coming to me saying, "Hey, I have a black nose, I have an ethnic nose. I want a pin nose like Michael Jackson," get out my face. I'm not helping you with that. I'm not helping you with that. The reason why is because I strongly believe it is so much more beneficial to learn to love yourself and love to who you are and love the way you look instead of trying to change it. Have I manifested appearance changes? Yes, but guess what? I still look black. I still look black. I don't look Asian. I don't look Korean. I don't look white. I don't look anything. How would you go against manifesting multiple things at once? You have everything you want right now. Do you have to say any affirmations when manifesting? No, affirmations are just thoughts. They just keep you in a state if you want to look like that. What do you understand by locking in? Locking in is basically just knowing something to be true but not accepting shit else. Not contradicting. Like you're locking in. You're like, but you know what, bitch? I have it. That's it. I'm not gonna go back on my decision. I have what I want. I'm not accepting anything else. It's in my stand store. Hold on. It shouldn't be there. That's where also my YouTube is. Hold on, y'all. Store. No, I didn't burp. I didn't burp. I didn't burp. Right here, when you go to my store, you see right there the little the Discord thing right there. That's also where my YouTube is, where I post my lives. Living in the end. Living in the end is not how you think it is. Living in the end is just knowing something to be true and knowing that like it has to be that way. And live like basically this is how you live an end. Okay, I have my experience together. Boom, that's it. Now I'm gonna live at an end by basically just not putting my awareness. Like living in an end is more of just like knowing something to be true. That knowing that your end goal has to happen, your end point has to happen, and what you see outside of yourself is not your final. Right, girl? I love me some Catherine. Yes, is my YouTube Catherine? I think it is. No, it's not pretending. How do you manifest a full appearance change? By saying that you look exactly how you want to look. Okay, how much time have we been here? Okay, so now if you're new to my lives, Even if you haven't been in my last live, this is new to you. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let 3 people up. You can start requesting now. I'm going to let 3 people up one by one. I'm going to answer your questions. And then boom. If you guys want to rewatch this live, I will post it on YouTube. But I will let 3 people up. 3 people up. Okay. Okay, boom. Nobody else requests. I'm going to go down. Hi. Hi.
Hey, so
How are
I just
you?
had a question.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I honestly know and believe that I'm like a master manifester. Like I'm always manifesting and I get my manifestations like almost immediately. Like I know I'm really a master manifester, but I do feel like sometimes, I don't know why in my head, I feel like I have to do methods and
Mm-hmm.
methods work for me. Like every time I use methods, they work. But I feel like, I don't know why I feel like every time I'm not doing a method or I'm not affirming or if I'm not visualizing, like if I'm not doing a method, I
Mm-hmm.
don't see no results.
Okay. So the reason why you feel like this is because of who we are. We are a source having a human experience, right? Keyword human. What is told from us as soon as we get to kindergarten? Work hard, get what you want, right? So effort is
Yeah.
something that is pushed on us from a very young age. So since we're young, in our head, we believe that, okay, if we want something, what do we do to get this thing? Just like how if anybody finds out about manifestation, first question, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, what do I do? Right? So your brain, your ego is always going to be effort based and focused on what to do. It always wants you to do more. It That's why you feel like sometimes you're not doing enough or you are behind or you're missing something or something else to learn or something, another video to watch, a method to do, things like that. So that's why sometimes it's easy to fall in that trap and start scrolling and doom scrolling on TikTok and doing methods and spamming methods all day and every day. But it's about knowing and returning back to like, you know what? There's nothing to do. I already have it. I don't need methods. And honestly, I feel like you don't have an issue with that. I feel like it's just like you want to know where that feeling and where that voice was coming from.
Yeah.
Right. But yes, that's basically where it's just coming from. That's why, like, for example, like, have you ever like put in hard work into something like not manifestation, like a project, and like after it was finished, you feel like you need to do more, like you feel like it wasn't done?
Yeah.
Like you hear the stories about people who've created like amazing things like fashion designers, game designers, or things like that, whatever. They always say this is very common. You hear this a lot. I don't feel like it's enough. I feel like it could be better. Like girl, Ariana Grande has bomb ass songs that she feels like aren't good enough. Because
Right.
your ego is always going to tell you that it can be better. You could do more. No, let's put more work in. Instead of it just being perfect and great right now.
Yeah, and I also feel like a lot of coaches teach, which I don't really care because I know that I know how to manifest stuff. Like I don't listen
Right.
to them all the time. I have my own opinions, but a lot of them will say it's like they try to make you feel like you have to be perfect or your higher self in order to get what you want. Like you gotta be
Right.
perfect already. You gotta already have your perfect self concept. Like you can't be your lower self and get what you want. Like you just gotta be perfect, perfect, perfect in order
Right.
to manifest and get what you want.
Forgetting that we're having a human experience, and by default humans are not technically perfect, but it's a difference between being perfect and fulfilled. Fulfillment is your natural state. So I definitely do agree with you. I feel like I don't really like when coaches push that, because then that creates people to feel like they're not doing enough or they're not enough as a person. And you should never make a person feel like that, because you've been manifesting all your life. And if that was true, and if you need to be perfect in order to manifest, that means that you would have never, like, nothing would have changed in your life after you were born, since you needed to be perfect, because nobody comes out the womb perfect, right? So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely agree with you with that.
And then one more thing, like, okay, so when I manifest, sometimes like I said, I always usually get what I want pretty fast. I always see my manifestations come in quick. But then at the same time, it's like I hear, oh, well, you gotta affirm and persist, which I do believe. But then I hear like, oh, well, you need to detach and you need to let go, stop thinking of it. But then it's like, okay, so if we gotta detach and let go and stop thinking about it all the time, which I understand you don't have to think about it all the time, but it's like if you just detach or let go and stop thinking of it completely, how are you even going to be able to affirm and persist? Because it's like affirming and persisting is to keep that story. But then when they like, oh, well, you got to forget about it and detach completely and stop thinking about it, then where would I have time to affirm and persist if I got to forget about it? Like, you know what
Exactly.
I'm trying to say?
My take on detachment, I say multiple times, detachment is not needed. It's not necessary. Have I manifested things by, not on purpose, but sometimes I just forget about it, what happened? Yes. But here's the thing. The reason why you should never, ever, ever push detachment is because I feel like instantly, if you're trying to force yourself to detach from it, that means you don't have it, my opinion. Because if you had that thing right now, would you be trying to detach from it?
No.
You wouldn't be trying to do that. You wouldn't be trying to detach from it the same way how you wouldn't be trying to believe it. You wouldn't try to feel it real. You wouldn't try to act as if. You would just know that it's true right in that moment. Like, let's say if you're trying to manifest like a house and you're homeless, how exactly do you detach from that? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I know that's a popular advice and people have benefited from that advice in certain situations, but I just feel like that advice can be very like what's the word? I don't know if it's dehumanizing, but like no, very it's not good advice for people who are in very like do or die situations.
Yeah, like it could be discouraging.
Yes, but I definitely can see how detachment can help if you're overly obsessive and you're just thinking about it all the time. But that advice only works for people who assume that your thoughts even matter. Because in my opinion, your thoughts don't matter. The negative thoughts don't matter. Your intrusive thoughts don't matter. They don't matter. Because if you have what you want, why would a thought take it away?
Yeah, and then sometimes they'll be like, well, you need to feel it as if it's already true. How would you feel? It's like I low key wouldn't even know how I feel because I've never had
Exactly.
it.
And the thing is, you're already always feeling it real, technically, because once you have that thing, like you're gonna be happy for like a day or two, but it's gonna get very natural. And I know you've experienced this, right? So it just feels
Yes.
like this is just your life. This is just a part of your life. Like you don't wake up, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I manifested that thing. Like yes, you're gonna be grateful, but you're not gonna be like in like the most happiest state all the fucking
Right.
time
Like eventually
because
that
of that
feeling will
thing.
pass.
Yes, like it's very
Yeah.
normal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
But yes, I hope you have a really good day. I'm so glad I was able to talk to you. And you're also really pretty. I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to cut you off.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye. Okay. Y'all talking about write a book. Oh, girl. I told y'all three people. Okay, how do I want to do this? Do I want to still do three? I'm going to do three more. And I'm going to do it at random. Okay. I'm going to do it at random. Hi.
Hi, Sean. How are
How are things
you?
going? I'm good.
They're going okay. Like, I think you know already what
Mhm.
I want to say. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but yeah, we did a
Right.
call, and I've been not checking time. I have been super persistent on my SP.
Mhm.
I like honestly, sometimes I wake up and I really, really believe like he's already here. Like, oh my god, like it's here, and I think like lately I've been feeling scared because I'm like, oh my god, like he's here because it's been so much
Mhm.
that I've put into this.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if I should do another like call with you because I don't know, I just feel like I know I'm doing everything right, and that's why I haven't done any other call because I know I already made a decision. But I'm also like, okay, when is it happening? Like in the back of my mind. But I'm like, no, it's already done. It's already done. It's already done. I already have my
Okay.
SP.
So I feel like, in my opinion, I don't think another call is needed, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm actually going to tie it back to what I was talking to the person who was just on here. Basically, the ego right now is trying to like convince you that you're not doing enough, that you're missing something, that there's nothing, that there's something that you need to hear in order for something to click, in order for something to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like you already have them. You know that you already have them. You already know that creation is finished, and you're already fulfilled. Everything's perfect. You already have them. That's it. I don't want you to overcomplicate it by feeling like you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could give you some advice right now, I would definitely like try not to put your focus on how long it's been taking or how much effort you're putting into, or just things like
Okay.
that. I just want you to really just focus on like, okay, you already have him, so you know what? I'm just gonna live my life and just know and just do whatever I want to do, right? And try not to
Okay.
like look at it as like something like I don't want you to look at it as like you're pulling him in, like you're pulling him into reality. No, we don't pull people in. We already have them. There's nothing to pull in. There's nothing to get. There's nothing to attract. There's nothing to receive. But yeah,
Okay. Okay, because that's why I was like, I know you're gonna just tell me what I already know, so I
yeah.
guess there's nothing
And
else to
actually,
do.
I forgot who made that video, but there was, I think it was, oh, yes, it was, what's her name? Love Coach Kayla. I recommend, I love her. She made a
Hmm.
video basically saying like how it's like, it was titled like something about like, oh yeah, I already know. Like how a lot of people will watch videos, like knowing that they're going to say something that they already know, but hoping that they say something they don't. So they can immediately
Oh,
make that mean that they're doing something wrong. And they need to start doing what that person just said.
I actually watched that video and I was like, yeah, she's right. I actually don't watch content anymore because
Hold
I'm
on.
like,
Wait,
there's
I don't
nothing.
want to pause you. I've noticed the justice side people never get their desire as fast as the saturation people. Okay, I want to pin this and I want to talk about that really quick. I can't even pin you. Okay. Anyways, so that's just your perspective, right? You have
Yeah.
been perceiving things through that lens. You have been seeing things through that lens. So no matter what you see, no matter where you go, you're going to experience people that have manifested things faster with saturation compared to just society. Is saturation a bad thing? No, it gets your mind on track to your desire. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you're doing saturation from a place of, okay, let me do saturation because I don't have it and I need to have it and I need this thing to come in. So let me just keep affirming and affirming and affirming. No, you already have it. But if you're doing saturation, like, oh yeah, I already have it, but I just want to do something fun. I want to saturate. If you genuinely love saturation, that's fine. That's you. But I feel like I don't want you to saying things like that. Like, for example, I would never go on a place where people are talking about robotic affirmations and say, well, I feel like people have been having faster results with just deciding compared to robotic affirmations. The reason why I would never do that is because I don't want the people over there to get off track on what they're doing. Because technically everybody's right. Everybody's doing exactly what they need to do in order to manifest. We're all riding to the same place in the same car. It just looks a little different, right? So I would never go in a place like that and say things like that because the amount of people that have looked at your comment and said, oh my gosh, I must be doing something wrong. Let me go jump over there. But guess what? They're going to jump over there, get into saturation and experience the same thing they've been experiencing over here. But it's because it's not about what they're doing. It's about the person who they're doing that from, the mindset they're doing that from, the mindset, the person. It's not about exactly what you're doing. But anyways, you could continue.
Oh, I was
I just wanted to
saying,
say that.
okay, yeah. I was saying that I don't even watch like content as much anymore. I don't really do methods anymore. Like I will affirm and stuff. And when I do see like quote unquote signs, I'm like, oh shit, like I already have him. Like I already have him. I already have him. That's when I like really solidify myself in that identity. So that's why I'm like, I don't think there's any need for me to contact you and get another coaching call because I already know what you're gonna say and you just said everything. But yeah, no, thank you so much.
And also, I want anybody who feels like they're in a loop or they're just constantly just scrolling on their social media, hoping and looking that they're just going to get a golden key that's going to unlock manifestation for them. You're basically limiting yourself. You're basically blocking yourself right now. Let me tell you why. You're waiting for somebody to tell you something that you can do so you can start to do it. Fail, come back on social media and look for the next best thing. Next best thing. That's where most people are with manifestation. They are scrolling, looking for a new method, new technique, new niche thing to do, new spell, new whatever it has to be. Instead of just knowing that you already have it and there's nothing else to do.